It's the new year. I feel like I should give you guys like an update video because a lot has happened over the break and a lot is going to continue to happen and everything. Like, I have an audiobook, Iron Blood. Iron Blood fans, the audiobook is seriously coming. It's still pending, it's still in review, but it's coming. The narrator of that book has also agreed to do Iron Tears. So, yay for that. The third book of the Fallen Angel series, Son of Tenchi, will also be made into an audiobook. So books 1 and 2 are already out in the audio format. And then book 3 of that series will be made into an audiobook and everything. I have plans for another book that's going to be a true life story that takes place during World War II, or at least events leading up to it, and a little bit after. True story, incredible story, so fitting for today. A lot of the themes and the narratives and everything, and it needs told. It really does. And I'm actually honoring family members' wish that it be told. They're no longer alive, but they wrote that this story needs to be out there and voiced extreme interest in it. So I'm going to honor that. And it's my husband's side of the family. So it's his great uncle that did that. So just waiting for a time and a place and an author that understands Japanese, because they lived in Japan. So there's some Japanese stuff in there. I had to do some research. But the great thing is I could do more research. I could do research on what's available in English and in from Japan on the Japanese side of it. So that was really helpful. It's like, oh, this is just waiting for somebody in the family to come along in order to do this. And it's just, this is it. This is the time. This is now. So that's all planned. I'm hoping to have that also published and ready to go. I have a book under a different pen name that I released right before Christmas. I'm insane. It's 530 some pages long. And so just thinking about like everything I want to have presented and available at NDK for this coming year. And technically I'll have book 2 of the Maid Chronicles, A Wise Curse. So that will be a new book for the con. This other book by my other pen name will also be there because it's a historical romance. It's an MM romance. Which is so funny that right now it's doing really well in historical LGBTQ gender studies, and like, no, that's not the thing that I put in. That's not the category. Is it historically referencing things that happened in the 1600s that we don't really know about in samurai culture? Yeah, absolutely, sure. But it's completely fictitious alternate history that just so happens to showcase a real historical battle. But the point being, so that's another book to have at NDK. Do I want to have a third book also available new? Like, it just seems like a lot to put forth to my readers every year that come and buy books from me at the convention. To have another book, this historical true storytelling, to also have that part of there. And then my assistant, who is my daughter, she makes my merch. And she's growing her business. So like what she's going to have as well. So there's a lot to kind of potentially think about, but also having that gut-wrenching fear with everything that's going on politically, that none of that could happen. None of that could happen. Things could change. We've seen so much happen daily in and out politically in the news and everything. And just being aware, being smart about it, just seeing how things go, and knowing that the alternative could potentially happen, and to plan and be prepared for that as not just an author, but as a mom and wife. So planning for this year is really bizarre and kind of frightening. Exciting at the same time when you look at it from certain perspectives, but also taking it with a pinch of reality and just being mindful of the what ifs, but not letting the what ifs overrun the potential that could happen, and hope for the good, and that things will happen and be fine. And the NDK convention is nearing the end of the year, so it's in September. And I'm still waiting on information for this coming year. I have no doubt I'll be invited back. it's just one big family. I love it. I love them. I love everybody who attends. And I do. And I have, if you were an attendee of NDK, just know that I do think about you guys. That I hope that I do get to see you guys again. That you are well, that everything will continue to be well, that you feel safe. I do think about that a lot, actually. So yeah, just a lot of my mind is just like, where do I go with this? How do I update? How do I go forward? And especially with the potential of this app going away. So I must say, like, if you want to continue to follow along, I try to do it monthly newsletter, at least monthly. And then, I'm more active on Blue Sky, and then, the picture app as well. I don't know how long that one's going. I hate Meta, but I'd rather be there. Do not have Facebook, but I have that. So that's where I am. If you want to continue to stay connected and see what's going on and potential projects for this year. So sorry for the long video, but I could go in any direction on all this and just talk forever about it. And I haven't talked on here for a while. So that's what's going on. That's what's plan is. That's what's in my head. And hopefully all goes well. And those of you who attend NDK, hopefully I'll see you there.